Hi guys.
Hi guys. My line. Hopefully it's not too windy. We're in Port Douglas. We decided to do our podcast on the beach.
We've got socks on our...
You're on our mics.
Although my mic is hugging... Sorry. Noisy. It's hugging my... There we go. It's not hugging now. Before you rudely interrupted me. Oh yes, do you like the fact that we have matching hats? We're like twins.
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 Very Australian of us.
Oh, are you going to break this one?
I'm not going to break this one. It's a shit day to be back today. I'm having a rough one. Peter's got his Powerade.
I've got my Powerade and sand.
Drinking white wine because it's hot. It's actually really nice. It's not like stinking hot. It's beautiful. It's like 30 odd degrees. I don't know. Anyway, I'm having a rough one.
A rough one.
I'm having a rough one today. I may or may not have broken a glass accidentally last night, and then I may or may not have cleaned it up properly, and then I may or may not have stepped on a shard of glass while I was getting ready this morning. So Peter had to perform surgery on my foot and dig out a bit of glass for me while I sat on the couch doing my makeup.
Yeah, I couldn't believe the little tough bitch. Like, I was digging to make it hurt, like help, and nothing.
I'm tough.
Tough. Yeah, so the piece of glass was like so tiny. It had these really fine tweezers, but it kept on not being able to grab it. But when we got it out, we saw why. It was this tiny
it was this little
point.
triangle. Got right in my heel. So
got
that
right in.
It wasn't fun. And then we went out, we did a shoot today. We went down to Mossman Gorge, which had this beautiful river. It was crystal clear water, very picturesque.
Except Bec hates nature.
And like we got there and like the spot that we walked to looked perfect. And I was like, this is great. Like, let's just shoot here. And then Peter's like, no, let's go down here. So then we had to walk through the bush to go further for it to just look the same. If not, it looked a bit more meh.
Meh.
And I wasn't comfortable walking through the bush because I don't know what snakes and critters are in there. And then I just wanted to get out of there. So I hightailed it towards the road and I got viciously attacked by a vine.
Yes, that's why I walked in first, so I would kill any vines that were going to attack you.
Jumped out of me, viciously attacked me, wraps it. My leg's like completely rooted now. It
looks no different to a night at a Dorf.
I know, it's horrible.
You
It
have
was
more
so
scars
painful.
at a club.
No, it was so painful though. It's called, what did you say it was called? Wait a while?
Yeah, wait a while vine. So the vine's got all these little hooks on it and they'll grab your skin and clothing, and the more you move, the more it wraps, and the hooks can only come out on that same angle they went in. And to try and twist the vine and it's really hard. So what happens, you end up breaking the bits off. But when the vine's green, the pain is really bad and it becomes really itchy very quickly. And so while you're trying to get off part of yourself, you actually end up with it sticking everywhere. And I don't think it was designed to kill humans, but I definitely think it's designed, I read somewhere, designed to catch bigger animals. They can't get out, they die there, and then they fertilise the ground for their seeds or something.
Savage.
Very savage, yes.
Savage cabbage. Yeah, maybe
Mother Nature is so nasty to us.
It is.
Yeah.
How do I get up without flashing?
What do you want to get up?
I was going to show everyone the state of my leg, but I won't. I'll just stay sitting down. Anyway. That happened.
It's just got little dots.
It's just got little dots. It was really stingy. I think I've still got a prickle or two in there. I need to tweezer that out when we get back. My best friend called me Bear Grylls. Like I told her what happened, and then because then I was Googling it as well, and I read the same thing that she read online, that if you use like a wax, like put like a coat of wax
on it and pull it out,
or like sticky tape. And this is hours after the fact, and she tells me this, and I was like, yeah, I read that, but like we're in the bush. I didn't have that handy, so I just pulled it out and then I jumped in the river and that helped with the stinging. And she's like, okay, Bear Grylls.
Well, I told you, I know from my kids, many a time my kids, because my parents moved up here. And yeah, it's like beautiful. Everything grows here like they're on steroids. You cut a tree down, it's full size within a year. But my kids in my parents' backyard just went into rainforest. And kids could go up there and Len especially would always get caught in a bit. So we just throw him in the pool. And then you could unpeel it off him in the pool.
It's not fun. I tell people, like, every time we are overseas and we meet people and we say we're from Australia, everyone's like, oh, isn't everything dangerous there? I'm like, no, everything in far north Queensland is dangerous. Not in Melbourne. Melbourne's fine. Melbourne's safe. That's why I live there. Come up here.
Now that Dan Andrews has left, yeah, it's very safe.
Everything up here will kill you, though. You can try and even walk through the bush without a fine.
No, you just think everything was going to kill
everything
you.
Is
trying to shoot back today when in the beautiful crystal clear. We're well above the croc level. Crocs never come up that high. There was nothing that was going to get you.
I was fine. I think it was just more... I had a rough morning.
A rough morning.
With glass in my foot.
I had to dig the glass out of your foot.
Yeah, so...
Could have washed them. A bit smell. No, I'm joking.
I had to have glass cut out of my foot and then got wrapped up in a stinging vine, pierced my leg in multiple spots.
Well, you missed another thing. You had collected some cactus throngs
from
in LA. So let's hope customs don't hear you for bringing in poisoning a whole of Australia's countryside because you've got bits of cactus and you started to walk and a bit of cactuses were sticking into your butt.
Poking in my butt. And I was like, what the hell? Is everything trying to kill me today?
Yeah. We've just had tourists walk past us and they must think, what are these two friggin' idiots doing with a camera sitting on the beach?
Wearing matching hats.
Yeah, matching hats. Well, these haven't got one of our hats on.
Yeah.
Except it's making me sweat.
I like it.
You like
it? You can take yours off if you want. I'm keeping mine on there.
No, I'll leave it on, so I have to.
I feel very Australian in my flanny. with me.
You just don't have mockies on, though. You needed mockies. Moccasins, if nobody knows what that is.
Like
look
slipper.
It up, Google it.
Yeah, cool. Oh, we could Google it for you like we do for
Oh, listen to the bitch come out.
Seriously, I don't get it. Like, sometimes
I did it the other day.
Someone came to say, what's a muse?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, he asked, what's a muse? And I just said, I just Googled it for you and put up Google's answer.
Cracks me up. I don't know.
It's the very first time, because with my dyslexia, I'm not really good at reading. There's a lot of words that if I read them, I've got no idea what they mean. And then once I read the meaning, then I go, oh, yeah, I know what that word is. But someone said something the other day, and I didn't ask him what did that word mean. I just Googled it. Anyway.
It's hilarious.
That's hilarious. Yes. Well, while we're talking on the nasty internet trolls, they don't bother us. We have a lot of fun with them, actually. We're having more and more fun with them. But one of the... I like it here. I can fidget in the sand.
You were fidgeting.
On the weekend, because I was home alone and I was editing, but I did need the sound on for the editing. I knew I had a couple of hours of editing to do and I just wanted something in the background. So I flicked on the TV and, oh, I know this scene. That's DiCaprio. Oh, this is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So I hit start again because that's what Foxtel does. You can hit start again. It'll just go straight back.
I do miss that about Foxtel. Very handy.
It's really handy. Yeah. But anyway, put it on and when I got a little bit sick of the editing, I'd swing around and watch a little bit of the movie. So I was listening to it the whole time. And I noticed Brad Pitt, and if you'll look up the scene, it's a scene when he's... when he first goes to the cinema in the little car and then he goes in before he beats up Bruce Lee. He's wearing boots, not quite the same as my boots, but sort of shorter length boots. He's wearing Levi jeans. He's wearing a big thick leather belt. He's wearing a t-shirt tucked in to his leather belt, and then a Hawaiian shirt opened over the top of it. I thought,
Peter style.
I set this style. And then I thought back, she was right. That Brad Pitt's unknown daughter, she said I was the 10th fan. And Tarantino's been secretly watching my fashion.
He has.
And he made Brad Pitt wear it.
Yeah, that makes so sense. Yeah, cool.
Anyway,
I'd buy it.
Go to Pierre, who keeps on not liking our comments, but obviously keeps on watching us because he likes to comment on other people's comment on my comments on other people's comments. But yes, so if it's cool enough for Brad Pitt to tuck, I'm going to tuck.
Why would you continually watch someone you clearly don't like? I find it weird.
Oh, sorry, this is a person that likes to go back to cringy people to see what they're up to.
I don't comment on it.
I know, you never comment. Yeah. But see, you're not a troll.
I'm not a troll. I just like, I like my cringe.
Yeah, see, and there's nothing wrong with looking at people. And that's what, if I was him and he was me, yeah, I would never comment. Because I'd have too much fun just laughing what I didn't like about him. And
what's my latest one? I asked him why he bothers, and I asked him if you bother him that much, and then I told him to go touch grass. It's my favouriteest thing.
What happens if he goes outside to touch the grass and he gets attacked by that waiter wildlife?
Well, maybe he should.
Maybe he should. What are you doing?
You've got sand all over me.
We are on sand and it's super fine.
Because you keep throwing it everywhere.
No, I'm just playing with it in the ground. Well, I don't have other fidgety... You know I fidget.
I know. You need to get you a fidget spinner.
I'm a fidget spinner.
I've got sand all over me.
The fidget spinner thing.
I don't like nature.
You don't like nature?
I like the inside.
The inside. Oh my God.
The inside is nice. Nothing hurts me there except for glass that I step on.
So I think the most damage you did today was inside.
No, I reckon this vine has done more damage.
Done more damage.
Yeah. Anyway, I will get over it and I will live.
Yes, but there will be a YouTube video of... You'll see all her uncomfortableness about being in Mother Nature. You'll definitely see her go from... Is that Bec? Oh my God, it is Bec. Look how hot she looks. Oh, look at her face again now. Some of you, when you nearly fell over, that was the best face ever.
Oh my God.
Oh no, it wasn't.
What?
I thought some pig had put a cigarette butt in the sand.
Some pig?
That's some pig, yes.
Pig? Swine, an uncultured swine.
Uncultured swine.
That's one thing I never liked doing when I was a smoker, was littering. I'd always try and find somewhere to push my butts. Even at festivals.
Yeah, I can't remember. I was talking to somebody else about this. No, I was talking about the rubbish somewhere. And...
Mexico?
I don't think it was Mexico. No, it was somewhere else.
I remember we were talking about that there. That was so much rubbish.
Yeah. But no, it was somewhere else. And she goes for a jog every morning and she takes a plastic bag with her. And every single morning she fills that bag. So there's that much rubbish in the area, the loop that she runs around in a day. And we keep on saying that old people like me are destroying the environment. I can't walk and eat at the same time. I can't do two things.
Yes, you do. You do that all the time when we go up to...
And throw things away?
No, but you walk and eat.
Where?
When we go up to the corner place near the studio and then we're walking back, you go up there and you get two dim sims and you walk back
the two dimmies, so I can finish them
before... And then you walk and eat?
Then I can work as soon as I get back in.
Yeah, but you can walk and eat. Yeah, I can't. I need to sit down. I need to concentrate on
maybe walk and eat was a dumb thing for me to say. I apologise immensely about that stupid comment. Uneducated. I'll look like facts up on Google better next time. And yes, by the way, someone said, I haven't tested this, I don't have to chat GPT or whatever it's called. Because I only mentioned what I was told, and I heard it from...
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I think it was on Rogan with Elon Musk. I know there's heaps of Musk and Rogan and the Cheeto Man haters. See, that doesn't... We've got to have left and right. We've got to have right and wrong. We've got to have all of that, and everyone needs to be able to listen carefully to what one side's saying, because you might learn a bit. Maybe you're too right or you're too left, and you might need to come back centre. And by listening open-minded to people on stronger side, the opposite side to you, you just might educate yourself a little bit more to be more centre. Anyway, that's my little thing. But I haven't checked it out. But they definitely said that they had ChatGPT'd, and it was a poem. Make a nice poem.
Didn't we speak about this last week?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about. We had the comment though. Or didn't you read that comment?
Oh yeah, no, someone's got it to say something nice.
Someone's got it to say something nice about him, which was lovely. I'm glad that happened, because then that makes me happier. But I haven't tried. I've got to see if you ask for a poem, it won't do it. Maybe it can't rhyme anything with his name. I don't know.
I don't know. Why do I have little marks everywhere?
Little marks. I don't know. You're just... Mother Nature's trying to kill you.
It really
in little bits.
It seriously is. I've got weird marks on me and flaky skin on my hands.
So you ask why are we in Port Douglas while Bec's just picking the crap out of herself?
Covered in prickles.
Covered in prickles.
Glass in my foot. It's covered in sand because it's Peter keeps flicking it everywhere.
I'm not flicking it. I'm just... That's not... I might be a little bit.
It is. You just tossed it towards me.
I didn't... It was Mother Nature blowing it your way.
Mother Nature can go blow herself.
Yes, I'll get back to what I was saying
Yeah,
before.
we're in Port Douglas because Peter likes to put me through torture.
That's all right, I won't bring you again.
I'm joking.
You won't get enough points and you'll be taken back to gold status. You won't be able to wave your platinum little card.
No,
I need you won't be able to go. How many times have you been approached and then about, is there anything we can do for you? You only once, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're pretty disappointed, aren't you? Beck used to hate it when the hostess would go out of their way to walk up to me and welcome me aboard and thank me and say if there's anything I want and tell them who, and completely ignore Beck who's sitting next to me.
I remember once we were even sitting in economy and they came and bought us like a welcome drink and they gave us like proper business class wine.
Yeah.
No, they gave one to me. They didn't ignore me. They recognised me. That I was travelling with you.
That you were travelling with me. No, they saw you on my T-shirt and thought, oh, if he's wearing on a T-shirt, she must be important.
It was very nice of them. But no, they got up on the end of it. But I need to keep my platinum. Anyway, we're in Port Douglas because we came up here to, do some content and also do a bit of a recce because we're thinking...
Well, it's more recce. Recce was number one.
Oh, I thought content.
No, recce was number one. The content was, but I'm giving up on that. It was just, we're going back to studio. Back outside the studio, it's just complete...
Hey, I think we got some nice photos. I think I did well given the circumstances.
I was standing in the same piece of water.
Yeah, but you like had shoes on.
Which full of rocks.
But my feet were on the slimy rocks.
Oh.
I think I cut my foot open again on one of the rocks. Anyway, I think I did really well given the circumstances.
Well, tomorrow's going to be better. We're going up to the tablelands to find some arid, and then we're going to try and...
And we're doing the beach.
Yeah, we're going to do the beach as well. But we're looking at where this is out there now. Mm-hmm. We need the sun to be hitting about here. So we're going to have to be back, I reckon, 3. But yeah, so tried to do something last time we were up, and Beck forgot to put the recording on, and we did it all and realised we didn't have any sound. I'm blaming Beck.
I was going to say, why? How was it my fault?
I employed you.
Isn't that your fault then?
And then we tried to do it again, and we got all the sound and everything perfect, but the sun had dropped to where it is now. So the sun's coming from behind us, and it gives a really nice glow here, but only once the sand's lit just past the tree line. It gives a beautiful glow back into the trees. So I want to do that tomorrow as well. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But the other thing was we're very seriously thinking about doing a 5-day workshop up in Port Douglas, which is a lovely place in Australia.
Yes.
And yeah, doing some stuff in the jungle.
Beat you to it.
And in the freshwater, we've got to find better freshwater pools, I think. I know there's those ones we saw the drifting.
I liked where we were today.
Remember that video we saw where they were drifting? That looked amazing.
I think that was Mossman Gorge.
Gorge, yeah.
Which is where I wanted to go.
No, I think that's up at up higher to Daintree, because there's tributaries that come into Daintree.
Oh.
Yeah, but going out on a yacht, out to the reef and doing some stuff on the yacht. Mm-hmm. I know you're not going to snorkel, but you said you want a yacht, so I've got you a yacht.
I want a yacht, yeah. Yeah, I do want I deserve a yacht.
All right, well, you're getting a yacht.
Sick.
I'm not going to make you go snorkeling, but you can do your yacht.
I'm not going snorkeling. My face does not go in the water.
It goes in the shower.
Yeah, but that's falling on. We've been through this before. It's cool if it's falling. It's when it's a body of water, my face does not go in it. But the shower can fall on my face, but I'm not putting my face like in water. That doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
No.
I think the funniest thing I've seen was when we were filming in Tulum. And I just wanted her to lower herself to her shoulders so at least her body was wet in the pool. And she closed her eyes and took a deep breath and dropped to her shoulders.
That's stupid. Why would you do that?
Achoo.
Sand is getting in my nose. I'm covered in it.
They're not. I'm in wet sand now, so it's not blowing. See, I'm digging my way to China.
Okay, have fun.
Sorry.
Let us know how COVID started.
All right. So what's your week been like? What have you done this week?
I've already been through that.
Have you?
I've got glass in my foot and attacked by a vine.
That was today.
My week's been alright. I did some wedding stuff on the weekend, which was extremely overwhelming. But it's exciting. But it's very overwhelming.
The funniest thing in the world is she thought she wanted to have a wedding at a winery.
Yeah, I thought I wanted a winery wedding, and then my best friend sent me a list of, because it's our wedding, Jared's just the guest of honour, but it's actually mine and Casey's wedding. So she's got a list on her phone. She started a note on her phone with potential wineries. So she sent me that, and I started looking at them, and I was like, it's a bit farm looking. That's not really the vibe. And I showed Jared, and he agreed.
Of course it's a farm. It's where they grow grapes. You idiots. Why don't you dig a hole in the ground that comes out of the forest? You wish.
So it turns out I don't want a winery wedding. Turns out I wanted a forest wedding, like a garden or forest. No, I want like a forest wedding. I think.
Or as we call it, the bush.
I just want it to be green and lush and like whimsical with like fairy lights and like looking like a little fairy tale. That's actually what I want. And Jared agrees. This isn't just all about me. He does agree. He wants the same thing. So we found some other places. We looked at some of those on the weekend, which was, very overwhelming. The first one we went to ticked a lot of boxes, but I just wasn't like, I don't know, there's just so much that I didn't even think of. And then the girl's like, do you have any questions? I'm like, I don't even know what to ask.
No, the problem is that you get to the sort of very base package and you think, oh, Jesus, that's over budget, but we can most likely just scrape that through. And all of a sudden they start going, oh, flowers, wedding dress, cake, da-da-da. Are you going to get treated to your cake?
Yeah, if she wants to.
No, she'd love to.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You just got to give her a theme.
Yeah. Wine.
A wine cake. It's all those other things, but I did really laugh. Bec hears me complain about bad staff all the time with companies.
Yeah.
And you can tell Lewis the story now.
Yeah, so the first place we went to was incredible. It really ticked a lot of boxes. It's a really strong contender. Obviously, we're going to look at other places, but then there was another place we found, which is gardens in... It's a bit of outside of Melbourne, but it's not too far away.
P.S. Most of our listeners are in America and Europe.
I still don't think I should mention the name. I don't think I should badmouth them. Anyways, so first of all I called, and the lady, or the chick I spoke to, said that the wedding and events lady would have to give me a call back. She never did. So I called again the next, because we wanted to go on the Sunday. So I called again on the Sunday, and she answered the phone. I was like, hey, my name's Bec. And she's like, oh, did you call yesterday? I was like, yeah, I did. She's like, oh, yeah, I've got a note here to give you a call back. Sorry. I was like, okay. And then she just starts reading out the note that this other chick had left. Anyway, she goes on to say she's not sure if she'll have time to see me today. And I was like, that's okay, no worries, but like, is it cool if we just come down and have a look at the venue just to get a feel, see if it's something that we're interested in? Oh, yeah, you can. I'm not sure if I'll have time to see you, but you're welcome to. We get there, and then turns out you've got to pay to enter these gardens, which I feel like you don't have to pay to enter most gardens, do you? I thought it was a bit...
Oh, private gardens you do. How do they make their money?
But like botanical gardens, you don't.
That's not private. You pay with your taxes.
Oh.
Anyway. No, there's quite a few private gardens. They're only opened certain times a year, and there's normally a $10, $20 fee to go in.
Well, yeah, they wanted us to... But we had to the girl at the front. Well, actually, first of all, we had to like walk through a shop to get there. Then we had to walk past like bags of manure. And I was thinking, is this how my guests are going to have to enter for my wedding, walking past bags of poo? Like, that's not the vibe. I don't want people walking past poo. Like,
it's animal poo.
It's just not the vibe.
If it was human poo, I'd understand, but animal poo's fine.
Anyway, my future mother-in-law spoke to the lady at the front and asked if we could go to the gardens, and she's like, not without paying, you can't. And we were like, oh. She's like, I know, like, you've said you're here for a wedding, but anyone could rock up and say they're here to look for a wedding venue, and that's a nice, easy way to get in for free. I was like, okay, like, her attitude was so bad. It just put us off from the get-go. I was like, I don't want to have to deal with these kind of people. Like, anyway, we didn't end up going.
But unfortunately, but you don't know what the boss is like. The boss could be exactly that. But if that was your business, like, they've just potentially lost a $20,000 job. And that worker most likely gets paid $40,000 a year. So she does it to 2 people. That's her wage gone.
Yeah. Well, then we went to the cafe, we got a coffee, and then I found this wedding and events coordinator that I was supposed to be meeting with, and even Jared like saw a name tag and like was like, oh, like blah blah, and she's like, and who are you? I'm like trying to make a joke, but it just came off rude.
And who are you? I'm not going to talk until I know if you're worthy.
It was just rude. And then Jared explained, and then she's like, oh, yeah, I'm about to go on my lunch break, but I can just spend my lunch break talking to you guys. It's like, oh my God, no one's asking you to do that. Like, if you don't have time, that's cool. Just don't be a cow
Well,
about
she should have said, well, I can let you into the freaking gardens to have a look.
Yeah.
And she didn't even do that.
No, and then she never came out to speak to us. I saw her delivering coffees, and she never came to speak to us, so we just finished our coffees and left. Bad vibes, and like you said, they've just lost out on potentially a really big wedding.
Yes.
So
thanks to staff.
Yeah. Which I know, it's like you say all the time, that customer service is so important, and that's why we try.
The front person is the most important in a business.
Yeah.
Whoever's on the front desk, and I've always said that if you look after your staff, they'll look after your customers. And I had never had a problem when I had the big wholesale nursery marketplace. We never had complaints about our staff. Because staff had unlimited sick pay. They had any time off. You know what I'm like. You need a day off just as long as you give me plenty of notice so we can cover you. And even if you don't, even if it's really important, I'll find a way of getting past.
It's like even with me, like I don't care if you need to have time off, just put it in the diary.
Yeah.
Which I do.
Anyway, but a lot of bosses aren't like, I can't get over how bad. And I think the last trip to America really stood out. And I'm not sure how it works. I thought their minimum wage was about $12 or $14 an hour. I thought it was as low as $6, but I think someone else said no, it was maybe 10, 11, 12 or something. Someone will let us know if I'm right. But then Jess said to us, working in a bar, you get like $2.50 an hour.
Yeah.
And I said, so if you worked 10 hours, that's $25.
That's ridiculous.
If you work 7 days a week at 20, you can't pay for anything.
Yeah.
There's no way knowing you could live. And then say, well, we make our money out of tips.
So other people have to pay your staff for you. What?
Yeah, I really find this really, really weird. Like in Australia, we have tipping, but you don't see anything on the bill. You're normally not even asked. There's nothing even on. So in America, when you do your credit card, it automatically comes up 5, 10, or 20%, or whatever percentage they've decided they want to put. In Australia, that doesn't happen. But the difference is in Australia, if a waiter is really good, or a bar person is really good, or maybe the food is amazing from the chef or something, you would leave a tip and you just say, give my regards to the chef. And that money went 100% to the staff.
Yeah.
Well, the proper bosses did that. And that way the staff learnt, right? Well, and I think in Australia, they're on about 21 or 22 an hour. And that's in Australia, it's so different because we haven't got...
we pay our staff properly.
Well, no, it's not just that. They've got still hospital benefits. That's everybody in Australia has that as a standard right.
Yeah.
You don't have to have insurance. You might have to wait a bit longer and you can't pick your own doctor, but anybody can go into hospital for any operation.
Yeah.
But I just don't get it. I know some friends that worked in a little bit higher end restaurants, and they made triple their staff their wage in tips, and it was only because they were really good.
Yeah.
They knew when to walk over, they knew when not to, and they would always have how many times have we sat in a restaurant or something and we want someone, and as soon as someone's doing this, that should be assigned to somebody, hey, get someone over there now.
Yep.
And that's an upsell.
Yeah. Whereas I find the fact
especially
that
with you, because it means another drink. Sorry, you go on.
I find it just a bit absurd that you have to tip even if it's bad service. Like, why do I have to give you extra money when you
did a really shitty job?
Yeah, it just seems so bizarre to me. I'd rather give someone extra money because they did an amazing job, not just because I'm obligated to give them some extra money. And I think it takes away the getting great customer service because they know they're going to get a tip regardless. So they just think, oh, well, I can have a shitty attitude and still going to get a tip anyways.
How many times have you heard people say, this place was super expensive, but it's amazing? Right? The service, the atmosphere, everything's amazing about the place. People will still go back and they know it's expensive.
Yeah, but
so if I was to start,
you get what you pay for.
Yeah, if I was to say start a bar or maybe a restaurant, my style of food restaurant in America, I would pay my staff a proper wage and I would have a sign on the door saying tipping is not compulsory here.
Yeah, it's optional.
If you feel the service is above standard,
then you can tip.
We would appreciate for our staff.
Yeah.
But if we just did what you expect, don't give us a tip because they're getting paid properly.
Yeah.
And I'm certain I could film a restaurant every single night and my staff are going to be happy because they're getting paid the most out of anywhere else they work.
I'll come every night if you're doing pizzas. Only if you get purple worms back, though.
Purple worms. They should have the new... Yeah, maybe they can't make another batch like that batch.
Well, we can go check it out in a few weeks when we're in
That's right,
Radelaide.
Purple worms is in Barossa, isn't it?
Yes, when we're in Radelaide.
Well, that's your job. You need to look up where they are.
I've already got a list.
No, you know where they are?
Yeah.
So they do your wine tasting there?
Yep.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, they do
We'll
free
tell
wine
them what
tasting.
we've called their wine, the Purple Worms.
Purple worms.
Maybe they'll relabel it and call it Purple Worms.
Maybe they would dedicate
They might call it Purple Becs. Your face is very red. Did you put the wrong colour on?
No.
Did you accidentally put on your peeler rather than... You've got that red face of a peeler.
No.
But it's sort of like perfect on your face. Like you got a cream colour here, then it goes... Got you worried now. It is, it's very red. I don't think you can see it there. So nobody else is seeing it. It's just me seeing it from the side.
Tomato face.
It is very
Is it
tomato.
the red casting from my top?
No, it's not a red cast from your top. I want to see if my phone can see it. And if my phone can see it...
Frickin' sand. Hate it.
We're on a beach.
Well, I don't really like the beach.
Oh, yes, there's the red. You turn away a little bit. That's it. Bang.
You don't like lookaways, though. Let me see. Why do I have a beetroot face?
See how magenta?
No, I don't. No.
Look at your skin now. See, it's creamy yellow. You're magenta.
I look a bit burnt on my nose.
Yeah, I know. You're very red in your face. Did you get burnt today?
I don't know.
Oh.
We'll
hear about it tomorrow if you did. You're going to have your prickly legs, your sore foot and a burnt face.
Having a rough one. I'm going to call Mum and ask if she can come pick me up. I'm scared, Mum. This place sucks. No, it doesn't suck. It's beautiful. I think it'd be good to do a 5-day up here, provided we can... Well, no, I think we have enough things to do each day.
We do a proper beach. We can do a morning. An evening's a waste of time. Just you won't be coming in the morning one because we have to be out here at like 4.
What?
Yeah,
people aren't going to get up at 4. I just won't sleep.
Oh, that's the point. You can stay. And then if we go up into the rivers that day, you're not coming. Why? Mother Nature, you don't want to go near her.
I will go near it. I'm just not walking through that bush again. I was fine in the river, all right?
We've got plenty to do. So definitely a beach section. Mm-hmm. We can't do in the water up here because, well, we can, but...
Jellyfishes.
At the time we're coming up, it's not really jellyfish season, but
yeah,
I still don't want to get one of the models bitten. It's a bit painful.
Yeah.
Is
there blue ring octopuses here?
No, that's Melbourne, Sydney.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mainly Sydney. Sydney's where it's the strongest. We still get them in Melbourne.
I'm going to go and catch one and keep it as a pet.
No, you're not.
Yes, I want to catch one.
You can't keep it as a pet.
I want one as a pet.
You can't even keep plants alive. There's
yes,
no
I
hope.
can. Jared kills them.
All right, well, Jared will kill your octopus.
He won't kill my octopus.
Anyway, they're very smart. You're going to wake up and it's going to be somewhere it shouldn't be.
I'll lock its cage.
They're very smart.
I'll outsmart it.
Haven't you seen? There's some rippers where they've crawled out of their tank, gone into another fish's tank, eaten the fish, and then crawled back and got in their own tank.
That's why they're so cool.
I know they're cool, and they only get those blue colour when they're about to bite you.
Yeah,
anyway, that's their warning sign.
I know. Anyway.
But yeah,
I derailed you.
An octopus in captivity. It's like I would never own a snake again.
Yeah.
There's certain things I don't think should be put into like cages type captivity. Like if you want, like we could easily have pet wombats because they'll just live in the backyard. They wouldn't move.
I call Gandalf my wombat.
Your wombat.
Because he kind of looks so funny. He's got a little short stumpy tail and he's really round. He's my little wombat. Gandalf is doing fine for everyone that is wondering, by the way. Well, I think he is. He's over his cold. It's just annoying. I can't ask him how he's feeling.
You've never been able to do that.
I know, but I just want to ask him, like, how are you feeling? And I can't. So I just judge off what he's doing. But he started bathing himself again, so that's good. And
that's a good sign.
Yeah. And he's doing his
normally, I'm just look into their eyes and face.
Yeah.
I don't you see pain or unhappy.
No, he seems to be doing all good. It's going to be his birthday. It's his 13th birthday really soon. I want to take him to the park. I need to get him used to his harness.
That's for you, not for him.
No, he will love it. He will love the grass in between his toe beans.
How do you know?
Because he used to go running in the outside at Mum's place.
What outside?
Around Mum's backyard, and he'll jump the fence.
You didn't have any grass in your backyard?
He'd jump over the fence to the neighbour's backyard that had grass.
Yeah, and he'd just eat their animals and then come back.
No, he used to find rats that had been decapitated by owls and bring them back and, like, pretend that he killed it. I was like, I know you didn't rip the head off that rat or
How
mouse.
do you know the owls ripped the head off? I didn't...
Because that's what owls do.
I didn't think they ate the head.
Oh. Well, I know he's not ripping the heads off it. Something else has ripped the head off these mice.
Somebody else's cat.
And he's bringing it back being like, liquid.
There's more chance that somebody else's cats... Because cats kill for pleasure. They don't kill to eat.
But he's bringing back headless mice, pretending that he killed it. I'm like, I know you didn't do that.
I know you didn't do that.
Don't be so proud of yourself for something you didn't do.
There was a model I used to shoot years and years ago, and she was very, very greeny, very, very animal lib person, and she had 3 cats. And their cats would kill native birds all the time. She said, well, it's just what cats do. And I said, well, that's not...
It's not good.
It's not good. Oh, well, that's just what Mother Nature's... they're trained to do that. And then when she became a vegan, I said, well, Mother Nature didn't train you to be a vegan.
That's why I don't let my cats out anymore. There's multiple reasons I don't let them out. They can go to the backyard, but they can't escape the backyard and nothing
Thanks to who?
Thanks to you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're very stressed about your backyard fenced.
I was. Well, I live on a main road, so I didn't want to... I like my cats being 3-dimensional. I wasn't really in the mood for pancake cats.
You hang them on walls.
Didn't feel like pancake cats. Peter is my personal handyman. It's very convenient.
Yes, except I'm not doing toilets again.
You've done the cat proofing, you've done my paving.
And I've played in poo water.
You've replaced my kitchen tap. You did my back door handle when that broke. You fixed my leaking toilet. Something happens and it's called Peter about help me.
Yeah, it's like Len does the same. Although I must admit, I was a bit slow to do the next one, and he actually did it himself, so he hasn't rang me again still.
Well, Jared got really angry with you after the tap because he wanted to watch what you were doing so that he could learn, so he could do it himself, so we didn't have to rely on you. But I think he was working and you just wanted to get it over and done with, so you did it. And then he's like, well, I wanted to watch. I was like, well, you were in a meeting. Sorry, stiff shit.
That was a pain in the ass. She's gone out and bought a tap, but not the tap. So it's a kitchen tap, and she wants the tap to be able to swing from sink to sink.
Yes.
Yes, but she bought a tap that didn't swing.
I didn't know. Jared bought it. It's not my fault.
So you wanted me to teach Jared how to put in a tap that wouldn't suit you.
And then, actually, I was really glad that when you fixed the tap, because then we found out that they had done that stupid thing on my hot water
service, yeah.
I was like,
it made a massive job because I had to re-plumb your hot water service. I went back to the plumbing supply place like 3 times that day. Yeah, so we replaced the tap, and no matter what I did, it was like lukewarm. And Beck goes, I think that's how it's always. I said, no, that's not.
I was like, that's just how hot it gets.
Your tap in your sink's got to get grease off dishes.
I was like, that's just how hot it's always. It's never gotten any hotter than that. And then we found out that the people before us had done something stupid with the hot water, so we weren't getting the full amount of hot water. And so
it was plumbed back into cold water. So whenever water came out of the hot water service, it was mixing itself 50-50 with cold water. And you were showering in that.
Yeah, the shower's a lot better now as well. I used to have to move like the thingy to like all the way hot, and even then sometimes it could still be a bit hotter.
And then when I first did it, Jared was going, oh no, the water's too hot. I said, no, it's actually better with it hot like this. It just means you're going to use less of the hot water, more of the cold water.
Yeah, I must admit, I don't really remember the last time we ran out of hot water, because we'd always run out of hot water. If both of us needed to wash our hair in the same night, we'd always run out of hot water.
You never do it now, does it?
No.
I don't think he's complained since he worked out that you don't run out of hot water now.
Yeah.
We never had hot water, you had warm water.
Lukewarm water.
You only had warm water.
Whereas now, and I remember because the water wasn't getting hot enough to do dishes, like to clean the frying pan and stuff. But Jared, I do most of the cooking, so Jared does most of the cleaning, and I'd be putting the dry dishes away, and I thought he was just really bad at cleaning because it'd still be greasy.
Yeah, basically, the water wasn't hot enough to melt the grease off.
But then he thought he thought the same about me. He's like, oh, whenever you put, I go to put it away, it's always still a bit greasy. I thought that was because you weren't cleaning it properly. I thought you weren't cleaning it properly. What do you mean? That's just because that water wasn't hot enough.
Well, I get annoyed with education and things like that. There's people. I think it is important to learn how to read, write, spell, mathematics, some science.
Math is not needed. We have calculators and bookkeepers to do that.
You don't always have them. No, it's important.
Yes, I do. I've always got my phone, which has got a calculator.
Until you lose the phone.
I haven't lost a phone in years.
But you have.
I was a silly sausage when I was younger, but now.
I think you've asked me to call your phone a couple of times to try and find it. That means you lost it.
Nah.
And in Jared's work, you haven't lost it somewhere. But I still feel that there is, lots of kids say, why do I need to learn algebra? Why do I need to learn?
I've never had to use Pythagoras' theorem since I left school.
Theorem.
I think that's what it's called.
Theory?
No, I think it was theorem.
Theorem.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
A theorem.
Someone will correct me. I thought it was a theorem.
Theorem. I don't know. I've never heard of a theorem.
I failed math. I failed year 9 math.
I failed English, so I can't correct you. I didn't. I actually passed English. Amazing.
How much did you pay?
I didn't. It was like my final year at school. We in Australia, back when I was growing up, we had
back in my day,
high schools and we had technical schools, and high schools was 6 years and technical schools were 5 years. And I went to a technical school. So my final year at the tech, I had a credit and a distinction for report writing and something else it was called, which was also English. And the teacher said straight, yeah, worst speller I've ever met. But his actual effort that he puts into and the actual stuff he writes is better than 90% of the people who are doing it. He just couldn't spell.
Yeah, you are really good with words and stuff. It's just you don't spell them correctly.
No, I can't do that. But anyway, getting back to the schooling things, I really think there should be simple handyman stuff for both well, for both males and females, how to change a car tyre.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
And no,
I just leave
Bec's famous
tires.
at, it's got a flat. That means it's no good. I'll just leave it on the side of the road.
The whole wheel.
The whole wheel and tyre. You polluter. It's your generation that are the polluters. You didn't put it back in your boots to put in the rubbish bin. No, I'll just leave it on the side of a road for some old lady in the dark to fall over and die.
No, it was off the side, but I don't know. I thought it was dead. And you always see like tyres on the side of the road.
I've never seen a tyre on the side of the road. Never.
I have.
Can you point the next time that we see?
Oh, well.
No, you might see a tyre ripped off a semi-trailer. That's only a bit of a tyre. It's not the rim. You never see rims on the side of the road.
Oh, I left my whole...
No, but just simple things. How to put petrol in the car, where your radiator is, what you put in your radiator.
I don't know where a radiator... What
where
does
you
a
put your
radiator
oil.
do?
It's where you keep your water, which cools your car down when it overheats. Oh. But those things, and changing a washer in a tap, how to change a light bulb, just a few of those very simple things in life. How, like for the guys, how to use a washing machine.
It's easy. Just put the clothes in and push the play button.
The play button. But what are your settings?
It's already set.
No, but not when it comes out of the box.
Oh, I don't know. Mine's just set. And
so who set yours for the first time?
I think Jared.
Mum.
You just put the clothes in, you put the detergent in, and then you close the lid and you push the play button. It's easy.
Oh, my God.
It's like the dishwasher. You put the dirty dishes in there, you put the little tablet in there, you close it, you push the play button. Easy.
Until we go overseas. And then we get our phones on, put them on to translate.
You have to translate.
Work out. We just want a standard wash. We don't want to nuke them. And we.
What are all of these words?
We want the sweaty armpits at least washed away.
I always find it funny having to use the Google Translate on a washing machine. I just feel a bit silly.
And you have to do 2 shots because there's 2 different areas you've got to take. Yeah. Yeah, well, I agree with you. Simple things in life are not like what we just take for every day as adults. We've either learnt from trial and error or we've never learnt.
Yeah.
But I think these days I don't think you need to change washers as much with these new ceramic ones. Sorry.
Oh. Right.
You're
very sandy because you keep flicking it around everywhere.
I like sand. I love sand. Half of my younger life was spent on the beaches and that. Yes, a bit of a surfy, and I love fishing. And we used to get, whenever we had a chance, every day we didn't have school, not as many. When I grew up, got like 2 days a year outside of public. There was no such thing as curriculum days or anything. That didn't exist.
I miss those.
Well, whenever we did get a day, straight on the tram, straight down to the beach.
Yeah, I like looking at the beach. I don't like being on it, but that's fine. But no, with the learning thing, I fully agree with you. Like, yeah, there's so many, like, I don't know how to change a tyre. I will admit I do not know how to change a tyre.
Well, at the time, I don't know if I talked about it before, I had one model came in and their father refused to change a front headlight. And it was a dangerous side one.
Yeah.
So on her side, which means if she drives slightly on the wrong road, they think it's a motorbike still and next minute. But anyway, so she said, can you do it? And I said, what, your dad won't do it? She goes, no. He said, I've got to learn. I said, well, and you're asking me to do it, how are you going to learn? Well, I've learned how to get somebody else to do it. And I said, no. And we went into Google, we typed in the make of her car, how to change the globe. It told her the exact globe to buy. We went down, I didn't go with her. She went and bought that globe. She came back and then she followed the YouTube instructions and changed it. She was so happy afterwards. I think she told her dad, I didn't see anything, Dad, I changed it all by myself. She goes, no, you would have got Peter to do it. She goes, no, Peter made me go to Google. And she goes, see, if you were a good father, you would have said what Peter said. Taught me something.
But it's fine. Like, I feel like me with my plants, like I kind of know that, like, it's all just from trial and error of having so many that I kind of know what to do. Because if you try and Google anything about plants to learn what to do with them, it's like, oh, why is my plant doing this? It's like, it's either too much water or not enough water. I'm like, well, which one?
No, if it's Google, it says it has cancer.
No.
You look up every disease. Oh, you got cancer. I've got these symptoms. Yeah, it's cancer.
So with plants, it's been trial and error for me, but...
You've asked me a few times.
Yeah, because you used to. I ask my mum a lot, but that's just a...
Well, in real life, though,
thing.
when we used to say it to people, like builders that need to buy plants to do fix a garden that they destroyed or something, they'd say, oh, the plants that we bought off you last week are all dead. And we'd say, well, we've got their brother and sisters still at the nursery here and they're alive. What'd you do to them?
Yeah.
And it's 99% of the time it's over or underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the time that's it. There's other things like you can't put plants in full sun and you can't put certain plants in freezing cold. There's things like that. But most of it is water.
Yes.
Over or under. They do both does the same damage.
Yeah. Well, I think my Monstera, or Claire, when Claire looked after our house when we were in Europe, she apologised. I think I've accidentally overwatered your Monstera. And
well, yeah, they don't like being overwatered.
No, and it's got
because
a few
they've got
leaves.
their air roots as well, so
Yeah, a few of its leaves are not looking very good, but it's sprouting new leaves. Like, it's fine. It's just got a few
leaves.
leaves.
It'll come back. Yeah. But you know what happens? You know why plants don't like overwater?
Because it drowns their roots and they get root rot.
Yeah, it basically stops a root from absorbing water.
So I know things.
No things.
Smart cookies.
Smart cookies. You rot roots.
No, I don't. I do not. But no, I think more people should be taught, simple handyman things would be
I think both. I think handyman for both.
Yeah.
But they also should be some basic cooking.
Yes.
I think males should know how to basically do a roast. Roast isn't that hard.
Or a bolognese,
Or a bolognese.
Bolognese is the easiest.
Or a creme brulee. Or even, they've got to be able to do a souffle.
Bolo is the easiest thing. You just kind of chuck everything in a pan.
You can buy frozen bolognese, so why would you?
Because it's so much better
I know.
fresh. You don't know. You don't have jarred sauce. And that's what I reckon not teach you anything. F jar sauce.
F jar sauce. He still use jar stuff sometimes. I saw him carrying on. I just used the tin stuff.
I don't believe it.
But I don't think it was bolognese sauce.
Oh.
It might have been something that you can't buy in Australia live.
Bolo needs to be made from scratch. All the Italians are probably going to yell at me for calling it bolo.
Bolo.
Sorry, we're Australian.
I don't think Tess listens to us anymore.
I miss Jessica.
Oh, shout out to Anne, who's in Perth.
She's in Perth?
Yes, she's in Perth.
We miss you already, Anne.
We know that she listens to us.
She does.
Religiously.
And for anyone who wants to come to our Europe workshops next year, we might have Wham Bam.
Anne might be travelling with us. If she does all the stuff I told her about with social media.
I might have my roomie back.
Your roomie back.
I miss 2019. Obviously, we weren't doing potties back then, but that was so much fun. It was when Anne came with. She followed us everywhere. We weren't on the same flights, but she booked her flights on the same days as us.
Us, yeah.
And
so we're normally in business and she was in cattle.
But she wasn't on the same flight as us.
Oh, no, yeah, that's right.
So, normally, either she'd get in a bit before us or we'd get in a bit before her and then we'd all meet up. And it was fun having a little roomie. I liked it. It's my little sister for...
A little blister.
My sister for a couple of weeks. That was good fun. My drinking buddy. I don't miss our stinky cheese in the fridge, though.
She doesn't miss your stinky socks.
Hey.
No, isn't there one pair of shoes that make your feet smell?
They used to, but my feet don't. They don't seem to do it.
Even with those boots?
They're not boots, it's my sneakers.
Oh, sneakers.
Yeah, they don't seem to do it anymore.
I can remember once smelling rotten cheese coming out of your room.
Thank you.
No, only once. And then you said, oh yeah, it's my shoes or boots or whatever it was.
It's a certain pair of sneakers I have, but it doesn't seem to do that anymore. I don't know. Maybe I changed detergent or something. I don't know.
Oh, don't you?
No idea.
Oh, you gone flat, have you?
No, it was just...
I'm building my nice little pyramid.
I can see you've got a moat going around your southern...
I was trying to keep it... It's not southern, it's Powerade.
It's something confident in a Powerade bottle.
It's all melted. It's actually warm now. It's not very
Well,
nice.
because you're putting warm sand around it. Fidgeting, a little kid in a sandbox.
I fidget, all right? I can't help it. I just get bored so quick.
I'm sorry I'm so boring.
Yes, good.
I'll try and be more exciting.
Not be so boring?
I'm so sorry. I thought I was great entertainment.
You are pretty good entertainment. I get more laughs off you than a Jim Jeffries show.
Thanks.
Your red face is killing me.
It's not that red.
I want to see, when we get back home, it is so red.
Oh my God.
I think it's got it. You've used your peelant on your face.
Yeah, I did that last night. It's not...
Did you wash it off?
Yes, of course I did.
Can't you see the line down here? Oh, now we can see it.
No, it's just my nose is... I think my nose is a bit bent.
Oh. At times it's up.
Yeah, my nose is really red, actually. But I think that's a sunburn. My face is not red. It's just my nose.
All
right.
P.S. Not sponsored by Apple, but for all these years that I didn't get an Apple Watch because I haven't worn a watch. This thing is freaking awesome.
You're so obsessed with it.
No, I am, because it's actually just little things I can do which are so handy.
Like go diving.
It knew straight away when it's in the pool. It said your hand is 0.1 of a metre underwater. No, I have better sleep.
You don't have better sleep.
The watch tells me I've had better sleep. That means I've had better sleep.
It's just tracking your sleep. It's not meaning you're sleeping better.
I haven't had a bad sleeping night since I put the watch on. No, serious. You can't argue with me with that one. Because I could have had one lying to you.
Exactly. I think you are. I think you're...
No, I seriously don't think I have. Anyway. It's not an ad for Apple or anything. I was really surprised that I was expecting it to end up in a drawer.
Are you going to get a new band for it?
Yeah.
What are you going to get?
I think it's going to be my cricky present. I'm going to get the stainless steel one like my old watch I used to have.
Bougie.
Well, it's a bit bougie. It's a similar strap I had when I was younger, when I used to wear watches like 20, 30 years ago.
Similar strap-on?
Similar strap. It's not a strap-on. That's what you do. I don't do the strap-ons. I've got my own. I don't need a strap-on on. But you, if you want to go into helicopters, you strap one on and go out and get you hula hooped.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Anyway,
I'm glad that you're happy with your watch. And it's good because now we don't have to sit
When was the last time I've actually said to you, what's the time? I haven't.
No, you haven't.
Isn't that good? I've saved you looking that up. There's lots of little things. I go to my computer, it's gone into sleep. I go, I don't need to. Just point my watch at the computer, it wakes up.
What are you going to do with all the time you're saving?
Edit some of the old photos I'm finding. I'm really enjoying backing up. So I'm now back to 2019. I think I'm about to hit the first shoot I ever did with Bec. And on, not this podcast, the next podcast, that might end up being the cover. So I reckon in another week's time I'll be down to those pictures.
Oh my God.
But it's been really fun. Like in my iPhoto, my photos, they call it photos now, not iPhotos. I have an old stuff folder and anything like, oh my God, I completely forgot about it. Mainly commercial shoots. You've seen I dumped a wedding in there the other day. No, just so the funny. Sort of hero shots out of the wedding.
We should... didn't someone suggested we did a video on the folders in your photos?
Yeah, no, he suggested it. Obviously, when we do anything where my screen's showing, they can see all my subfolders down the side, and there's some folders now. There's one that says car shit. There's one that says my stuff. There's in my pants.
I remember when I first started working with you, and I had my laptop, and I was so excited just to look at all of your amazing photos and stuff, and I was showing Jared some of it, and in the photos, and he just saw the in my pants. He's like, "What is this?" I had to explain what the in my pants is and stuff. But
as you opened it, Bec's in there.
Just the way he's like, "What is this?
What is this?" But yeah, I might even... The problem is if I do it on YouTube, I'm going to have to censor it.
Yeah.
Because I can't even have half a butt.
I think you can have buttocks. Can't you?
I can't have any sign of underwear according to the
nude-coloured underwear.
Nude-coloured underwear, which while you're wearing a dress and you spin around, it flashes your underwear a tiny bit. There's adults.
Yes, because it's
so
nude-coloured. It is skin-coloured underwear. But if she was wearing a black bikini, it's okay. Makes total sense.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, we're always raving about that.
I know
That's why I have my own webpage. And yeah, my webpage is still a bit of a mess at the moment. I haven't made up my mind what to do with it. It's not really happy with the way I've had to go with it. So I can't have the folders how I want it.
Or you can't have the thumbnails how you want it.
And my thumbnails how I want it.
But then we can't use Squarespace because they have a limit on how many photos you can
250 photos per gallery.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to have... in the new year, I might talk to Mo and ask him, well, this is what I had. How hard is this to make? Surely it can't be that hard. It's just a very simple gallery page.
Oh, and when we are back in Melbourne, we are going to have a meeting with a printer to look at the quality of their stuff. So you guys might be getting a book sooner rather than later.
Except our first quote was like $380. Oh no, that was the limited edition one. Was it $380 per book?
Something I don't know. I think just the regular one was going to be like $90 or something.
Yeah, something like $90 a book.
And that's like so that's for us to get. It's going to be $90 per book for us to get it printed. So then if we bless me, it's all the sand you're flicking around. So it's going to be way too expensive, and it needs to still be accessible. Like, we don't want to make it something that's like super exclusive that only like mega rich people can afford.
No, I don't want it like that. Yeah. But I don't want it cheap and nasty.
Yeah, but we don't want. Horrible. Yeah, we want it to be good quality. So we're gonna have a meeting and suss out the quality of this printer that we found and get that little ball rolling. Anyway, I'm raving.
You're raving, and
I want to get out of the sand.
And the sun's going down, and I've got nothing to drink that's drinkable.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Bye, guys.
See ya.